All right, we back for episode 138. Your host, Poe. We got things to talk about. Like I never say that every day. Um, yeah, we got there's some things I want to talk about. Depending on if I have guests or people come in, it would depends on how long the show gonna be. You know. But let me go check and see who's on YouTube. Give me a second. Okay. Got YouTube is up and running. I'm scared to send out that we're live on Twitter, but I'm gonna chance it. I'm gonna chance it. I'm gonna chance it. Come on, Twitter. Don't act up. Please don't act up, Twitter. Come on, Twitter. So I can let people know that I'm live. All right, it's loading up. Give me a few seconds. Give me some. Oh boy. Give me a second. All right, we good. Let me see. Let me see. Can I might try to be a little greedy. Let me see. Can I get some people in here from Facebook and LinkedIn? Give me a second, y'all. Hope I'm able to get developers from LinkedIn on here, even though they show up. But I'm gonna just put it up there. I might get some new developers that pop in. They might actually say something. We are live. All right. Went to Facebook without a problem. We cooking. All right, let me see what I got. I should have Reddit up. Nah. All right, give me a second. All right. Things looking pretty good. Let me see. I wonder what Steve doing. I should look and see what he's up to. All right, let me see. Nobody popped up on YouTube yet. So I'm gonna just go to my script and just start it off. And hopefully people start popping up in here. Let me see. Oh, we got AJ Pax in the house, yup. What's up, my brother? What's up, AJ Pax? Well, I don't see your nothing up there. I heard you pop in and it got you. Let me see something. I can't hear you. And I had to go into the groups so I could know that you're here. I can't hear nothing. Nope, still can't hear nothing if you're saying something. You might gonna have to go out and come back in. Can't never do nothing without a hiccup. Let me see. Yeah, can't. You saying something? I can't hear you at all. Yeah, I can't hear you. Let me see. Let me while I'm waiting for AJ Pax to respond or pop back in, let me see something. All right. Let's say the uncomfortable part out loud. Acceptance is the problem. All right, give me a second. AJ back. He tried to get in. Let me see. All right, there you go.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. I gotta get that the numbers. I gotta do that. I wanna what's that? Cut it out so I can put on my background.
Um, what? Talk to me after. I'll try to figure out the thing. The thing is, you have to when I do it, because I know where I'm gonna sit, so it's
Okay.
easier for me to position it. But if I have to feed it to you, then it might not perfectly line up, or you have to know how to move your camera over
Yeah,
a bit.
yeah. I could keep like looking at it because I could actually see it before I put it up.
Yeah, yeah. No, but what I'm saying is that I have a webcam, right?
Yeah.
And one and basically I'm kind of shifting it.
Oh,
Actually,
okay.
wait, did my cam move? Ah, fuck. Now it's moving by itself now. I didn't want it to do that. You know, you know what happened? It has a hand gesture too. If I do as I put my hand up, it has some
uh,
kind of. If I could turn it off now. Well, actually, one sec.
all right.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we got AJ Pax in today. I don't know where Leafy at. Leafy all over the place. Yeah, we had people come in yesterday. They was looking for you.
Yesterday, what happened yesterday?
No, I did a show. They just was wondering where you was at. Cause usually you be either looking or you be on the show. So they ain't see neither one. Yeah, that PlayStation Plus thing, yeah, we got to talk
Yeah.
about that. But that's deception. They're trying to be deceptive. They're trying to
Yeah. Mm.
They're trying to make it seem like they're making the numbers, and it's marketing. It's marketing too. Everything they're doing now is marketing. All of this is marketing.
Yeah, that was my first thought, that by doing that, it'll inflate the numbers, kind of thing. Because if you look at a lot of the news articles that come out from all the gaming magazines, they're kind of conflating the numbers. They're not telling you how much they sold per license. They're kind of saying, what do you call it? For some reason, I thought this was on the PlayStation Plus store anyways, or something before. I forgot which streaming service.
Earlier, I think they had it up there for a small time, but I guess they liked what they saw and they said, let's bring it back again. Because this helps pull, it helps, like, it's on the end of his life cycle. It helps get the numbers back up. Because the merging didn't do what it's supposed to do for them, I guess. And the investors and everybody probably complaining to Steel City. I don't think we're getting any more DLC. I think whatever they got is going over to Undisputed 2. For them to do this instead of putting out DLC or some type of patch, it's weird. Because you bringing more players in to a broken game. That makes
what's weird is that they're not fixing the problems. Yeah. They just left the game like that, and
they inviting people in, and they inviting people to this game. That makes no sense.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird. Let me see. I wrote something up, and I was gonna read. Let me see what else about them trying to Let me see.
But here's the thing though. If you think about it, like for example, the WWE, the video game, right?
Yeah.
It'll come out. I don't know. I forgot what their release schedule is, but after about maybe 6 or 7 months, eventually it'll come onto it'll be in the PlayStation Plus, but it'll be usually like a free monthly game. They always do that. They do that with all the games in order to raise the with the NHL game too. They always end up putting it as the free monthly pick, whatever, and then boom, and then it just keeps on raising your target. It keeps on raising your user base after, kind of thing, right?
Yeah. And that's what they're hoping, that it draw in new fans. But them games are complete games. This game is not complete. It's broken. There's so many things missing from it. Let me see. Yeah, I wrote the article, said free isn't growth, it's optics. Let's talk about PlayStation Plus move, because pretending is harmless. No, because pretending is harmless if it's dishonest. Putting Undisputed on PlayStation Plus for free raises a serious question. Is this about players or perception? Because those are not the same thing. The core question nobody wants to ask, when a game with persistent desync, ongoing complaints, broken or incomplete systems get put on subscription service for free, you have to ask, why now? Not later, not after fixes, not after trust is rebuilt. Now, inflated numbers does not mean real success. Let's be very clear about something. PlayStation Plus does not represent sales the same way direct purchases do. What it does inflate player count, download numbers, engagements metrics, visible charts. What it does improve satisfaction, retention, trust, production quality. So when numbers go up, the optics look great, but the reality was not have changed at all. Is that deceptive to publishers, investors, and shareholders? Here's where it gets uncomfortable. If metrics are presented without context, then yes, it can be misleading because downloads don't mean endorsement. A free install doesn't mean a happy customer. A temporary spike doesn't mean long-term confidence. If investors see player base surge after PlayStation Plus inclusion, but don't see complaint volume, online failure rates, drop off curves, retention decay, then they not seeing the full picture. That's not transparency, that's a selective framing. The bigger red flag, why put a broken game on PlayStation Plus? This is the part that doesn't add up. PlayStation Plus is often used for games past their sell peak, titles needing exposure, products trying to extend shelf life. But you usually do this after stability, not before. So ask yourself, why introduce millions of new players to desync, frustration, broken immersion all at once? That's not confidence, that's damage control. What actually happens in this situation, here's the pattern fans ignore. Games go free, players count spike, servers strain, bugs get louder, complaints multiply, core issues still exist, new players bounce, narratives shift to wait for the sequel. That's not momentum, that's churn. Yeah, they doing this. I think they doing this to actually to get that fan base ready for them to announce Undisputed 2. You know
This is easy.
You
Nah, I
think
think
so?
this easy money. I think it's just easy money, man. They don't do a shit.
Yeah,
They
but they're
just
not,
they,
because it's going to be for free. When it's on PlayStation Plus, it's free. You don't only the
the
subscription.
base.
What'd you
Yeah,
say?
but the base game is free. The base game is free, and then
Yeah,
they have to see if they're gonna want to buy all the DLC to go along with it after
yeah,
on
yeah.
a separately, right?
Yeah, I never thought of that.
But here's one thing: if anyone ever hears if anyone listens to this recording later, um, one thing people have to be mindful of is that it's the strangest thing, man. But they sold us so much DLC, so many DLC characters. So and then afterwards, you go in to create a character mode, and they won't even allow you to use the punch sets or anything from the DLCs. When many games allow you to do that, that's like because you're purchasing. The reality is that you're not just purchasing a DLC. You're purchasing the clothing. You're purchasing the animations, the punch sets. It's sitting on your machine. And Steel City Interactive, man, I've never seen such a nasty company, man. Like you cannot use, like, I bought all these DLC and I can't even use the punch sets to create new characters. Nothing.
Yeah,
and I know it's a sleazy tactic they're doing to the community, because why is it that I could use Roy Jones punch set? Why is it I could use every boxer that came with the base game, but you're not letting me? But then the stuff I paid for, you're not letting me. It's like it's restricted.
Yeah,
I've never seen that before.
You expect
why is that good?
Like,
why is that good? Why is that good for us?
Yeah, but you would expect that from EA, not Steel City, but they're doing what you would look for EA to do. EA, they let you use the trunks of other fighters and movesets.
Do you know how many people are gonna end up probably wasting money on DLC, and then they'll come to find out that they don't let you use the you can't do nothing. You can't, like, there's no, they don't want you to have fun with the game, man. They don't want you to have any kind of real community creations, nothing, man. Like, and you paid for it.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Let me see. We got Aram in here. Let me see. But I think they're releasing one more DLC from what it sounds like. I'm about to put Bruiser's boxing game on my wish list. Oh, that's still a thing.
What's that?
It's
That's a
that
new game?
side scroll. No, it's old. The guy been working on it, and Box Fanatical played it a couple of times, and other people played it. Let me see. We got Boxing Champions. He said, "Hey, it's the post show." No, it's our show. It's all our show. Let me see. Card boxing. Don't worry, my game is being developed as we speak.
Which game is
Card
that?
boxing. It said his name is Card Boxing, so I'm thinking it's a card game with boxing, like a boxing card game. What's up, Lamont Davis? What's up, I'm Precisely? I appreciate y'all popping in. Hit the button. Hit the like when y'all come in and leave out. No, I'm just messing with y'all. What do y'all think about Undisputed being on PlayStation Plus in February? It's coming on PlayStation Plus.
What kills me too is that the amount of money that they make,
he said it's gonna be a 3D simulation. I gotta see gameplay before I be like, yeah, another game, yeah. My thing, I gotta.
Well, talking about another 3D simulation. What do you think? What's your thoughts right now on this whole Truth Bound and Claimer Uncut?
I don't really I just want to see gameplay. I can't really say too much. Really say anything. Lamont Davis said trash.
Well, one thing I'll say. So I donated. I did the coffee thing, whatever, right? A little. I didn't nothing big, but I sent something. But in hindsight, man, I regret sending money to that guy.
Why?
Because
I got a subscription. I'm gonna do it every month because I look at it this way. If it was me, would I support me? Yeah.
Yeah, but see, the difference is you're a public figure. What that shows your face. You show your face and you talk. Why I regret it is with this Claimer Uncut. I realize this guy he's a hidden identity. He's anonymous. How can you give this anonymous character money to develop a game when he has no pride to show his face on TV or anything to say, I'm the developer, support me? This is to me. I smell like I don't know, man. I just smell scam. Because of this anonymous until he stops doing this anonymous thing. It's bullshit in my book, man. And I think some of the things I also thought too is another thing too that why I'm starting to think it's bullshit is because one of the big things too he keeps on talking about is what's it called? In his video he's talking about the comeback logic. About how Undisputed has a comeback logic, and in recent weeks I'm telling people there is no comeback logic. It's a lie. There's no comeback logic in Undisputed. What it is that people get emotional when they lose. And when and because they lose, they look for an excuse. So they say there's a comeback logic. There's zero comeback logic, and you have guys like Claimer Uncut putting promo videos out there trying to sell his game that he's not going to have a comeback logic, but there is no comeback logic. So when I try to tie it in, you have a guy who has no face. His face is basically what's that voice he's using? I don't know if that's his real voice or some kind of computer generated. Everything's computer generated from this guy, man. So people got to kind of be aware of who you're sending your money to at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Especially going back to this whole comeback logic. There is no comeback logic.
Yeah, to me, when people be saying that, it's the way they fight once they feel they're ahead. They fight reckless. That's the comeback logic.
That is that's what I'm saying. If you saw the other day, I don't know if anyone saw inside of Poe's community, inside of the Discord community, we were having like a general discussion, And I remember I posted a video after. I said, "Look, dude, I just beat this guy every round. Like I'm decisively gonna win. I'm up 10-8, 10-8, 10-8, 10-9, 10-9. This guy's not gonna knock. He didn't knock me out. Nothing, because there is no comeback logic.
Yeah.
I'm up like what, by 6 points. I'm not trying to chase the knockout for whatever. I'm just gonna box safe at that point. I'm not running away, not to engage, but I'm gonna box differently at this point. I'm gonna play the game differently.
Yeah.
I don't, and you don't get knocked out. So like that's what I'm saying. This comeback knowledge is bullshit.
Yeah, I already knew what it was. People, once they get so caught up, they fight reckless with their hands down, and they think that you don't supposed to get knocked out when you got your hands down. That's crazy.
That's also too, if they figure that if they're winning every round, because of that, it should give them what's the word? Invincibility.
Yeah.
That's really what's going on. They feel like they have invincibility, so it makes me wonder, like,
that's how you can tell they don't watch boxing. They don't watch boxing matches. It happens all the time. A person is up on a scorecard, and you look like he got it in a bag, and he's playing around with the guy. Crack, it's over. Fight is over. Seeing so many fights like that. Fighting reckless. That recklessness is on them. It's not the game design. It's on them.
And I keep on telling people, post videos, show there's a comeback logic, man. Nobody at this point has decisively posted anything that shows that I could invoke the comeback logic, because it exists. Nobody's done it, man.
Nope. You asked them too. You asked what his name, Oren. Oren said there's a comeback logic in it too, right? Y'all had that.
I can't remember. He said it too. I'm waiting for let them show it, man. Show it to me. The only person, what's his name? Leafy tried to show it to me, but the only thing with Leafy's example was, well, he did it. I think he did it with the CPU. He not CPU. He did it with offline mode, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think he was controlling both characters. So one character beat up the guy, for a whole thing, and then the other guy came back. But the problem in Leafy's comeback model, I remember, was that he was using Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder's punch stats are crazy, man. His like 97 punch speed, 97 punch power punch, 97 this. Then he has all those traits for bomber this, bomber that. So when he connects, he's gonna knock you out, man.
Yeah.
Especially two of his stamina's up there, right? So I'm saying, like, I don't think there's no comeback logic. It's emotion. It's this emotion of losing and trying to find an excuse why I lost.
Yeah. E-boxing champion said, I remember a Mickey Ward fight where he was losing every round bad. Late in the fight, he touches the guy to the liver and knocks him out. Well,
and that's the next thing too. This undisputed community, they don't want you to get flash KO to the body. They're saying that's not real.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
That's the casual in them. That shows when people say stuff like that, that shows the casual people that you saying that a shot to the body. Look at when Oscar De La Hoya hit when Bernard Hopkins hit Oscar De La Hoya to the liver with a body shot. That he crumpled.
There's a thread on Reddit, man. It's called what's the thread? This guy, man, it's called 3-minute video. Another one where I'm losing every round and I come back, and I responded to that video. I said it's not comeback logic. I even showed, like, look, this happens in boxing. Somebody punches you to the solar plex and you get knocked the fuck out.
Yeah. What was
solar plex punch? Well, no, people are saying no. If I go and open up that thread, even after I put a YouTube video showing the amount of guys who have gotten knocked out with a punch to the solar plex.
Yeah.
And there's still and they'll still say, oh well, but I was winning all the rounds.
That's crazy. They just like ignoring the logic you put behind it. to prove their emotionals, to how they felt emotionally through it.
But here's the thing now, those same people, if you show them UFC 5 and that happened, they'll say, oh yeah, it's real.
Yeah,
Because
that's what I've been saying.
Yeah, like they want it to happen in like anything that UFC that's gonna be, but when it comes on the boxing side, it's not real. I don't get it.
Yeah, that they do that. You see something even in a fighting game, they okay with it in a fighting game. And if it's realistic in boxing, you don't want realistic things to happen in boxing.
No,
I'm like, people got to make up their mind what kind of game you want to play.
Like UFC 5, the amount of flash KOs you have in that game, and everyone loves it.
Yeah,
everyone loves it. I had a flash KO. A guy had me against the cage. And he had me up, and he was just overwhelming. I was just kind of blocking, and then I timed a hook, and I knocked him out.
See?
I knocked him out clean, kind of thing. But see, the thing is, I don't know what it is about UFC, MMA game that people they want that, and then in boxing it's like no, they don't want that. I don't know, man. And when I say it to myself, it almost feels like I can't understand why this is happening.
It's like they want a boxing game to fail. They act like they want it to succeed, but it's like they want it to fail. They don't want boxing to be a better game than the UFC. That's what it's saying. That's what I get.
You know, another thing too, when we talk about this whole random flash KOs, you know what? I think it would have been a stronger case for it if people started showing, hey, look what happened in the first round. A guy he just threw the first punch that he just threw a jab and I got knocked out, kind of thing, right? With that, and the fight just started or something. You know, it's something this weird that keeps on happening in the first round because it's so random. I don't know, man. I just find it strange. A lot of this stuff is strange. How to and the thing is too. At one point, those people were the strongest voices. I remember when they pulled out the flash KO, and we didn't have it from once.
Yeah. Tevin Williams said, I think Undisputed gameplay is so bad that people start to question everything. They question everything, but they don't add on. Like they always be saying that I complain. If any of y'all know me, especially being on this show, I don't complain without stuff to back up what I'm complaining about. I give feedback to everything that I talk about. And people are, oh, you always coming on the Discord complaining about something. Oh, man, then they start bringing in age. Oh, you old man love complaining. So I supposed to feel bad about my age? That's crazy. That's what you're using to call yourself shutting me up. Let me see. E-Boxing Champion say, I don't think they're all doing that on purpose. Some of them are, but a lot of MMA fans don't know about boxing. They think they do. Yup, that's 100%. They think they know boxing, and their thing is in their mind, because I hear it a lot. They look at boxing as being softer than what MMA is. But you get damaged more in boxing than you do in MMA. You take a worse beating on boxing, like long term, the CTEs and all that. You don't really get that in MMA. I don't really see too many people with CTE in MMA like it is in boxing. Tell me if I'm wrong. I don't know, but I haven't seen that many. It's like you get knocked out. You don't get a beating.
Do you have any fears with this? If Zuffa boxing really takes off, do you feel like it's gonna I'm not talking about the money, but I'm talking about the well-being of the boxer. Do you see it having a major effect on the well-being of boxers?
Yeah, I don't see Zuffa. I might be wrong, but I don't see Zuffa lasting that long unless they make some significant changes, because I can't see Dana White actually doing good in boxing. I really don't. There's a lot of people, they like kind of jumping on that side because they think, hey, we're going to be the first, because they think because they're the first, they're going to get bigger checks. Hey, we're your the ones that you first grabbed, so we should be getting more. I can't see it.
I think I think UFC what they should do. I don't think they should have went into boxing. I think what they should have did was cater to their own audience and
Yeah.
give their audience give them a version of the same UFC, the same what do you call it, the UFC, but no grappling, no takedown, just
Stand and
pure
bang.
stand up, and stand and bang, and use the same ounces of gloves that they use. Do it like that, and their fan base will love it, man. Their fan base will love it, and you know what? It'll differentiate themselves from boxing as well. So people, if people want to watch like that kind of style of fighting, they'll get to see that, and everybody will be happy. I think that's what they should. I'm wondering why they didn't do that. Why did they want to go into boxing?
Because they're gonna call it bare knuckle boxing.
Could have called it okay.
That's what they're gonna call it.
But
I know what you're saying though.
What's stopping them from doing that? Just doing a stand and bang UFC style. Is there something blocking them in terms of the the athletic commission?
I don't know. And they got Turkey behind them. Turkey, he likes excited and stuff. But I'm like, what is Turkey trying to do? First, he was loving what boxing was. Now he's loving what Dana White brings to the table. And I'm like, what is Dana White bringing to the table? That I didn't even watch that show. It was Friday. I didn't even watch it.
I watched it. You didn't watch it? So
what's the presentation looking like?
Weak kind of presentation. I didn't. The main event was what Irish guy. He was 16-0 a column versus I forgot him.
Yeah, I know you're talking.
It was okay. It wasn't anything special. But what I noticed with their broadcast, they really mic'd up the gloves hitting each other. When you get punched, you're really hearing that sound effect on the broadcast. That was one thing. Second thing I noticed is Max Kellerman, man. That guy is just, he's basically saying things in the broadcast that make it seem like when we watch any Top Rank or Premier or Showtime or whatever kind of boxing, anything to do with WBC, WBA, all that kind of boxing, he's making it seem like it's inferior now. He keeps on throwing these cheap shots where nobody's running here. You know what I mean? Nobody's running around. We're gonna see who's the best of the best. I don't know. This is the way he puts it. He's trying to make it seem like Zuffa boxing. The guys are not gonna run. They're gonna come. They're gonna go stand and bang. That's why I feel like they're really pushing.
They trying to push it to be MMA. I mean, without the grappling, because every boxer that they say running, it's not really running. Some of them constantly move, yes, but running, no. Nobody don't want to see everybody stand and bang. Let me read what they're saying. Dana White doesn't know S about boxing. The journalists are literally educating him about the sport in press conferences. Exactly. That Zuff, random thought said, that Zuffa seems like trash. E-Boxing said, AJ, if UFC has stand and bang, it will be dominant by old retired fighters.
Which is fine. Let them do it.
Yeah. Random thoughts.
I don't know why. To me, that's a better market for them.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to really take off too much because
what about the recession?
Eddie Hearns has a history with boxers and stuff. Top Rank, they have a history with boxers. Dana White has a history with MMA fighters. Total different setup. And they know, that's why I'm shocked that he actually signed boxers, unless Turkey gave him some extra money to give him, because he doesn't pay well. That's why everybody was coming to box.
But what do you think about the recession? Wouldn't the recession have a major factor with people trying to get contracts with TKO or Zuffa boxing? I mean,
no, because I think Turkey takes on what will be a problem. Let me see. Random thoughts. My question is, why would boxers want to sign up for something that is designed for them to make less money? Exactly. But like I was saying, because they think they're going to be first. So usually it's, hey, I'm first. So you got to pay me eventually. You're gonna pay me. That hope and stuff. That doesn't work in boxing. Tevin Williams said, "I hope TKO makes a new boxing game that will help them with their fan base." Which I don't know. Turkey is a part of it, so he might. E-boxing champion said, "Old retired boxers, not fighters." Oh, he said, "Oh, they're gonna have the old boxers in there." Like the UFC might grab some old boxers. Who? What's called Jamel Herring? He's fighting bare knuckles now. He won his first fight. So I guess them guys like on the top 20, or or below the top 20, like in the 30s and 40s, they might stray over to the Zuffer boxing. I don't know. To me, they doing promotion, but it still doesn't feel like boxing. Their promotion don't feel like boxing. Because I guess once we see Dana White, we automatically think about UFC. Well, I do. I don't see none that screams boxing, especially the card he put together. I could have put together a better card than what he put in. He should have grabbed upcoming amateur that wanted to turn pro, that's very good, or somebody that has knockout. You want to have a lot of knockouts on your first card. You want knockout punches on your card. That makes for excitement. And his card, it just couldn't recognize. Even some of the hardcore fans didn't recognize some of them names. Yeah, it was weird. Let me see.
Just kind of going back to Truth Bound and a Claim Around Cut. One thing I had in my notes here that I forgot to mention was so every indie project I've encountered in the past, there's always a face to it.
Yeah.
Like an actual real face to the project. So one of the things I picked out is, well, am I correct for my skepticism in terms of, okay, well, why are people sending money to this guy if we can't see his face? And one of the things I was able to pick up is lack of legal accountability. Anonymity naturally carries risk. If a project like Truth Bound were to fail or solicit funds without delivery, there's no public identity to hold legally or socially responsible. So this is what I'm saying, like, I just wish that guy would show his face. I don't know or have some spokesperson or something, man.
Yeah. But I think at this point, some people, even if he had a spokesperson or whatever, because in his Discord, he had people speaking on his behalf too. I don't think if people skeptical of him, they're gonna always be skeptical of him, face or no face.
Yeah, but I just want to know why not show why are you making this game and you don't want to show your face?
True, but I think see this is the thing that I see with with a lot of things go. We never asked for the face of EA. Who's the owner of EA?
No, that's not true. That's not true, because no matter what EA has, they have a front-facing. There's so much front-facing communications from EAs that we don't have to be in direct contact with the thing, but there's all these spokespeople.
But you're talking about a physical person instead of just him speaking, but we don't see nothing.
Well, because it's an indie project, there's no excuse for it.
Yeah,
it's not to say like EA is this big, massive company, so therefore we can't just have this. You have so many, you have to deal with their communication department, which is fine at that point because it's such a big. But this is an indie company. This is a one-man show. I can't see what would be preventing that from happening. Think about this too, man. A lot of people are forgetting, but when that game comes out, the reality is all these people that everyone, even including me, I was like, oh, I'm so excited because I want to have a game where there's going to be no desync, no ghost punch. Like if we talk about the online aspect of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want something like a clean game. The reality, when this game comes out, he's not going to invest in dedicated servers. He's basically, it's basically when that game drops, the online gaming service is going to be similar to what we're getting already with Undisputed. You're going to get the same, you're going to most likely, he's going to serve you the peer-to-peer, and you're going to have ghost punches and you're going to figure out afterwards kind of thing.
Yeah. But I don't expect too much from one person as a developer, because I almost kind of know what might become of it. But then when you look at Steel City, that's a whole different thing. That's why I never like always compared Steel City until they start getting these developers. I didn't compare them to EA. But once they start getting this experience, and once they start getting more and more developers, that's when I start like really pressing them.
But if you think about Steel City, they didn't hide when they were making the game in the early stage, like all in the development stages. The faces of the company were showing, just like a real indie company would. Yeah. Now you're not hearing shit from them because they made their money, but leading up to it, there was a face. It was an indie company. There was faces that and they were doing it the right way, and in terms of like, okay, we're showing you what we're making, kind of thing.
Yeah, but you think Claim Uncut showing his face going to change how people perspective of him? They're gonna feel like, hey, they're gonna always hold you accountable for the product, not to who you are. The product always outweighs anything to me.
That's true. That is true, but it goes back to I'm saying, if the product sucks, there's no one to hold accountable for it.
Yeah, but his IP never disappears. Even if it's if it's a scam, his IP never disappears because he's on all these different sites, so he does have an IP.
What if E-Boxing says, what if Ash Habib is Claim Uncut?
No, I could tell it's two different people by the way they talk. Even though he talked,
it's hard to say. The guy's using a voice changer too. Like, come on, like that's the thing.
But I know I know the cadence of how Ash talk and how he addressed, because I literally talked to Claim Uncut 2 or 3 days ago. He texted me.
Okay.
Yeah, so I know the way he was saying stuff, and then I look at the way Ash be saying stuff. It's like two different ways. Yeah, so it's not the same person. What y'all think about UFC 5 coming out? I'm not a fan of UFC games. Yeah, 6. Not a fan of UFC games.
I heard about it.
The only UFC game that I used to like was the UFC THQ game. I wouldn't want my manager, employer, and promoter to be the same guy. Exactly. That's crazy. That's crazy. I wouldn't have never signed a contract like that. UFC fighters are getting the shaft, and if Zuffa is structured like that, the Zuffa boxers are going to catch the shaft too. Exactly. They are. They're going off of Dana White brand. They're going off of being a part of something new. So let me see. Boxing Champion said, so he texts you. You never actually talked to him though? No, I talked to Claim Uncut. He texted me. I ain't like literally talked to him like dialogue. No, but we was texting back and forth.
On what, on Discord?
Yes.
You know what, man? That guy should come. The subtle everything I'm saying. You should invite him. Tell him to make an appearance on the show. I don't know. As long as you can hear his voice, man.
Yeah.
There's a real person out there.
You already invited him. He said he gonna give us a exclusive when he do the early access.
Okay.
Aaron said, I just downloaded the Bruiser game. It's fun so far. I'm glad y'all supporting him. I don't think I can't. He's my guy, but I don't. What's his name? Jeff. I don't think I could play that.
It's a boxing game or a card boxing game?
It's like a 2D version of side. It's all right, but it's not me.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm seeing it now. Let me see what this is.
I probably
It's
play
on
it like
Steam.
yeah, I probably play it.
Oh Lord, I don't
I'll
want to
probably
play
play
this
it
shit.
like for a couple of days and then that's it. So I don't want to, I would love to support him, hoping he make a better project. Because I seen him looking for new characters, but the 2D part, I don't know. And I know y'all be like, Poe, man, you be advocating for boxing games. Why aren't you supporting this? Because if you look at my wish list, that's not on it. No disrespect
Nah,
to
I don't.
Jay. No disrespect.
Yo, this is for kids, man.
Yeah, it's I can't get into it.
It's for kids.
Yeah. But if people want to
It
support him,
it even has super punches in it.
Yeah, that irks me. Let me see. Let me see.
Yeah,
so
that game, that Bruiser game, that's like it's almost like we're going back, like we're
20
regressing.
years ago. 20 years ago.
Yeah, like you know what, man? If people are liking that, man, go play Evander Holyfield's Real Deal Boxing, man. That's a better that's a better game than that.
I just haven't been playing Undisputed. Can't keep up with it anymore. That's what Aram said. Yeah, people be trying to get mad at me because I come in the Discord. Because I go in the Discord, I try to get, see what everybody's talking about so I can have conversations to talk about throughout the week on this show. But some of the people, it's a couple of jokers in there that try to find a way to attack me. And my thing is, you attack me because I can't touch you. Because they talk slick, so because they're like, hey, he used to box, he used to do this. Let me attack him. Hey, he can't touch me. But my thing is, stop always attacking people because you never know when you'll run into them. And best believe I got people that's agents. That's they work in high positions. I'm talking about they like work for the government. Like they work in
Well,
like, so don't come at me sideways.
well, hey, one thing I'll say, the reason why I came on with my camera on today is because I wanted to talk about Claymore Cut. I didn't want to hide behind the with the camera off today.
That's great. Yeah, that's great. As long as he knows.
That's why I came. I'm making sure that there's a face to what I'm saying.
Yeah. That's why I be saying the guys that be talking junk in the Discord, hey, come on the show. They love to try to use the ageism stuff and stuff. I'm like, that means I got experience. You calling me old and stuff like that supposed to make me feel bad. Oh, you're old. You're old. It's 50 people in my area that's that's younger than me, and I am more energetic than they are. I'm in better shape than they are. So all that calling me an old person, that's the craziest thing in the world. My grandfather is old. My mother and father are old. Not me. I'm middle-aged,
Talking
but I'm
about
old.
talking about young and old. Your fight came up on my YouTube trends.
Oh yeah. What, my boxing match?
Yep, it came up in my on a YouTube trend. It was a fight from, I think, back in the 90s, man. And I saw when you're in your prime, young prime, man.
Yeah. I wonder how that
you
popped
moved
up
really.
like that.
I was surprised to see how you were moving. You were moving slick.
Yeah. And
you were fighting with the guy.
No,
you look at you were in shape, man. You almost look like you look like you're looking like Mike Tyson shape, man. I was like, holy shit, and you're moving and everything. Like, holy shit, this guy had bounced this step. But you were fighting a guy that was he was considered a super heavyweight. That guy looked like he was 270, man. And it just sapped you, man.
Yeah, that took all my energy from me. I was like, oh man, I'm not in shape, and I'm because they actually said, we was walkover champs. He was the heavyweight walkover champ. I mean, he was the super heavyweight walkover
That
champ.
guy was big, man. He this is gut alone, man. It's like a lot of belly on that guy, man.
And I was hitting him with body shots. It's like they do nothing.
Nothing. Yeah, he's just
I usually knock people out with body shots or stop them with a body shot. I said that took a boom, boom. I'm like, yo. He got mad at me after the fight. He said, "Man, we friends, man. Why you hit me hard like that?" I'm like, "No, man." Couldn't help myself.
But talking about that, I feel that Undisputed doesn't take that into account, like the weight.
Yeah, that's one of my things I always be talking about. It's called weight detection. But weight detection don't mean anything when we don't have clinching, because clinching plays a role in like weight detection. Like you could grab somebody and use your weight to weigh them down or make them lose energy and stuff like that. That's how these old games did this, and Steel City don't have it. That's crazy. That's nobody's saying. I'm like, we as a collective voice should be saying something. Nobody's saying that. Why do old games have clinching? And you saying you can't do it? The technology today, we have it. The clinching can be put in the game. It must mean that aimbot, I don't want to put you out there. You don't know what you're doing with your coding. And whoever else you grabbed on, y'all don't know what y'all doing. That's the only way I see it. Let me see. Look at these guys.
Also, too, they're trying to change the narrative of boxing.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. This, hey, we'll be like, hey, we don't need this size so we could keep the fighting going. We don't want to be pauses in the action.
It's almost like somebody makes a basketball game, and for whatever reason, it's okay. Well, I don't want nobody to set a pick. I don't want that kind of interaction. I don't want no pick and roll interaction in the game. Therefore, it doesn't. Therefore, picks don't exist. A pick does not exist in basketball because they decided not to, because they just don't want the game to play. They want the game to play a certain way.
Yeah, that's great. What's up, Coach Joe? We got a new person in. What do you think about Fight Night Forever? Not really a fan of it because it's Fight Night Champion, and I wasn't a fan of Fight Night Champion. But whoever liked Fight Night Forever, I have no problems with them. But I'm not a fan of Fight Night Forever. All we getting is we getting Fight Night Champion with new skins, but they don't have new names.
I think the whole Fight Night Champion fight, it's stale. It's a stale, man. It's like the fact is, although
we're going backwards.
Yeah, like the fact is, although I'll badmouth Undisputed, but at the same time, I just feel like Undisputed has just like throwing combination punches. I think it feels superior to the whole Fight Night Champion and all the mods that are coming out after. The simple thing, or even the movement. I think one of the reasons a lot of people really like the whole Champion Fight Night revival scene right now is that I think one of the things always comes up is the cutting off the ring. People are always you could cut off the ring and maybe I think they made it easier probably.
It still didn't look that good to me, cutting off the ring. Just you got faster movement to make it seem like you're cutting off the ring. There was no real we implementing the cutting off the ring mechanic in the game. Boxing Champion said it's always looking for prospects. What you mean by always looking for prospects? I must have missed something. Let me see. Let me see. Boxing Champion said, Poetic Drink, you should challenge them to a boxing match if they start talking under your age. Exactly. I will beat the brakes off them. I know I would. I would beat the brakes off them because I'm not going to try to go 4 rounds with anybody. I will beat the brakes off them. And why we was in a boxing ring, like, all right, we're going to challenge you. Soon as he said, you come in and touch gloves, I'm going to knock him out. I'm going to just hit him. I'm not going to, hey, call me dirty or whatever, I'm going to just knock him out. might just get mad and stomp him.
Random thoughts said Fight Night Forever is fire to me. Fun little remix. The fact that you said fun, that tells me exactly what you think of Fight Night. The whole thing is like, it's fun, right?
Yeah.
Like
it's like when they say
therefore
the fun part, that's what it like you think of it, like you take in what realistic mean and saying, hey, fun is more important than realism. That's what
like if I have like it turns the argument that what's more fun, Fight Night Champion Series or Undisputed. We're not even talking about which more is a simulation now. We're just talking about what's more fun. Yo, that Bruiser 2D boxing, that's more fun. That's a lot of fun. You know what I mean? I could see it being a lot of fun, but because I'm not taking it serious as a boxing game.
He said that's what a game is supposed to be. From who perspective, though? We got to be honest with each other.
Yeah, I get. We got you dismissed.
That's like me watching a.
Random, come on the panel, man. Let's talk, man. I want to have some banter about that. Come on.
Yeah, because that's from perspective. It's like me watching, like, let's say me and you went to a boxing match. So you're saying you're not going to enjoy watching that boxing match, and I'm the only one that's going to enjoy it. That's fun to me. Realistic boxing is fun to me. So you taking away from one fan base for another and say, hey, he should enjoy what this is. It's fun. No, that's not what's fun to me. That's not what's fun to a lot of people. A realistic boxing is fun. When I watch a boxing match, when I used to see Mike Tyson fight, that was fun. When I seen Gerald McClellan fight, that was fun. When I seen Sugar Ray Leonard fight, that was fun. Not when I seen Jerry Lewis fight or when I seen Rocky fight. Those were not fun to me because I already was exposed to what realistic boxing was. They were entertaining, but they weren't fun to me.
You see what Random said?
I see that's a deflection. But it's a game, bruh. But it's a game. So we should be stuck at the M's, Activision Boxing. We should be playing Activision Boxing then. It's just a game. This game is trying to be a realistic boxing game. NBA 2K is trying to be a realistic boxing game. You're trying to force people to be what they don't want to be, what their expectations. And my thing is, you shouldn't be pushing back. You should say, well, you should have an option for what you want. Like I would say, you should ask for options for what you want. But your thing is,
yo, Random thought. If you're saying it's just a game, bro, then you know what? Steel City Interactive made a mistake. They should have never gave us a 3D boxing game. What they should have did was they should have republished. They should have made the most modern day version of Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
Exactly, or a side scroll.
We should be playing puzzle boxing games instead. A puzzle boxing game. If we want just fun and we want gaming addiction, we could just play it like that.
Tevin Williams said, told you, Poe, people like Fight Night well because they worship celebrities. Exactly. But that does not take away that because I think me and him had a discussion about a game with celebrities will sell better than a game without celebrities. And I was saying mechanics sell a game better than anything. Once they see the mechanics there, because my thing is, because I get developers watching this show. Developers from other companies watch this show. So I'm not trying to deter them from making a boxing game. Because my thing is, if they make a realistic boxing game, the boxers will beg to be in the game. To all y'all that listen to this show, I know y'all listen to my show. I mean our show. And you make realistic mechanics, fans will buy it and boxers will be begging to be in it. So I can't keep saying that that's not. Let me see. Nah, they made a bad game. It's not fun to me, at least.
So, right. So random thought. If it's not fun, give me what are the 2 reasons why Undisputed is not fun to you when you compare it to Fight Night Champions or Fight Night Forever or Fight Night Revival? Why? What is more fun about that game versus Undisputed? Because I hate these it's always these vague kind of responses, especially when you're typing it in a YouTube chat and you can't elaborate. It's like it's so vague.
Yeah. E-boxing champion said Madden as a franchise is so popular because it evolved to become more realistic. Boxing games are no different. Kind of weird that people can't make that connection. For one thing, I don't like the punches.
What does that mean? I don't like the punches. Well, if you don't like I don't like the punches. I don't know, man.
See me as a boxer, I would say I don't like the punching styles. I don't like I don't like that they don't have more different styles, more animations, and they don't have more tendencies and stuff like that. But a lot of people, they're not expressing that. That's why I be saying when you come on the show, we got people from different, that work in the industry. They're here. So you're saying something that's like, well, what do that person mean? You got to explain yourself more. There's 43 people that come in and out watching the show. It's going to probably be by the end of this show, it's probably going to be at least 78 to 80 people that came in and peeked at this show, because people be coming in here from LinkedIn that are developers. And when I say so developers, I'm not talking about Steel City.
This guy's saying the punches seem mechanical. I would say Champion, the punches are more mechanical.
Yeah, Champion has more mechanical punches. The punches are very mechanical.
It's like you have to throw one punch at a time, and one punch stop, one punch faster, reset, then throw the next punch. It's like when you play Fight Night Champion, it's like people are fooling themselves that they're throwing combination punches. When you play at least Undisputed, the combination punches, it feels more fluid. So I can't see. I don't know. That's a hard one for me to accept that Undisputed the punches feel mechanical.
It's almost like programmed for the computer to go down like 4 or 5 times. From my understanding, people get knocked down a lot of times in Undisputed too. I mean, in Fight Night Champion too. I literally watched. Shout out to Don D 205. I watched him fight. I think in that whole fight, I think he went down probably about 5 or 6 times. In Fight Night, I feel like I'm actually damaging my opponent. Yeah, because it goes back to what I've said. See, I don't know if you was here. That's intentionally. It's over since centralized the punches, make them extreme. The developer said it. So that's not a realistic thing in the game. They exaggerated every punch that you throw. It's a extreme to it to make it look better. This was told to me from EA developer Brian Hayes. You can ask him yourself if you don't believe me, because I used to talk to them all the time. I'd had access to them. Undisputed feels like I'm punching underwater. I don't know.
When that underwater sensation, does that have to do with? Is that when you're experiencing like lag? You mean, or in general?
He said, I feel more effective when punching in real life than a video game. Laughing out loud. It's crazy. Yo, shut up.
I feel more effective when punching in real life than a video. Well, yeah, you should. That's the real deal, man. I can't even. I have no argument for that, man. I can't even dispute that. Like anybody who starts to think they feel like the punching is, they feel like it's more realistic in the box than in real life, then you're delusional at that point.
Okay. I didn't see that. E-boxing champion said poetic, yeah, but Random Thoughts already said he doesn't like realism, so it's kind of makes sense that he like Fight Night Champion. Yeah,
Okay.
that right there, yeah. So why are you,
hey,
arguing with me?
And you know what that also means, Random Thought? Go check out Bruiser Boxing. That's a hot pick for you.
Yeah, so my thing is, even though I'm for everybody having options, but you can't argue with me for having my opinion about what I expect in a boxing game, because by default, it to me, any sports game is a sports game. A sports game should, by default, be realistic. And then you have options for a hybrid or arcade or casual mode. I like realism, but I also understand it is a game. See, you keep saying that, man. It's a game never changes. I sound like what's that game, Fallout? A game never changes if you keep saying that. It's just a game. It's just a game. But guess what? In this era of technology, that doesn't hold up. In this era of technology, anything you see in real life can be put in a video game. And my thing is, if you don't think so, challenge me, and I'll give you all the technology that can put that in a game. And I can tell you the developers that they need that can put it in the game. Anything that, and check it out. I don't tell people my age, but I'm 56 years old. So that means I've been around from day one. I've been around from day one when video games were out. So I seen how games progressed. And Steel City and EA are not doing what they're supposed to be doing. I used to get on EA the same way, but I had more access to EA because I was a senior moderator and community leader. What is a community leader? I'm glad you asked. I get to talk to the developers. I talk to them on their off time. Sometimes I talk to them when they're at home. So I was talking to these guys all the time. So it was things they were telling me that I never tell anybody because that's how I am. I tell you what I can tell you, but I'm not going to tell you everything. I knew there was supposed to be a Fight Night Champion 2 that they was prepping for before they shut it down because of the numbers. You literally said, let me see, random. Go ahead.
Oh, with age comes wisdom. And the reason I said you were I'm not gonna go off topic, but you were totally right about not bringing anything about politics and all that kind of mess. It's dangerous.
Yeah. Politics and religion, that's two things that blows up out of nowhere.
It's dangerous.
Yup. Let me see. Card Boxer said we the same age. Oh, all right. That makes sense, though. That's good. See, we got wisdom. We got knowledge and wisdom. And understanding.
Random Thoughts. Come on the show. I'll post the link or call. Look above my shoulder. If you're in the States or in the UK, call these numbers. There's the numbers that call in. If people are saying you're lying, call into the show and speak on it. Give me all the options.
Let me see. If they argue, E-Boxing Champion said, Random Thoughts, you literally said, if you want realism, go put on gloves and headgear. Random Thoughts said, I said that much realism. If you gotta quote the whole thing. So which is it? You don't like realism in boxing games, or you just can't accept that there could be realism in about that? See, that's what I'm talking about. It's like people be trying to shut down a game being realistic. Like, hey, we don't want realism. Because if you arguing about it, that means you don't want it. To me, nobody never shut down a person that wanted 2K to push to be more realistic. Nobody never cut that shot that down. EA, they was pushing EA to be more realistic with NBA Live. You know what EA said? We're gonna stop making NBA Live. I remember right when they was about to shut it down. And it was a little before they wanted me to be a moderator for the NBA Live. I said, I don't like NBA Live. I literally told them, I said, I don't like NBA Live. I like 2K.
Yo, so I told you I had boycotted 2K for almost 10 years, man. So for the longest while I had NBA Live. The last one was at NBA Live 19. I stuck with that, man. I stuck with that from PS4 and everything. When I finally started playing NBA 2K again, I was like, "Oh my God!" There was a reason why NBA Live died against the 2K franchise. It can't. It's too NBA Live. It's too arcade. It's too arcade, man.
It is,
and that's what killed them. The reality is that they tried to make it arcade to see if they could make that fan base, but the reality is the people down on 2K, they got the game they wanted, and they ain't gonna siphon those guys, man.
Let me see the punch. Let me see. Boxing champ say random. How does that change my point? Is that some difference that makes you right all of a sudden? I'm precisely say the punching feels wonky and unresponsive, and it does help. I mean, it doesn't help that a lot of the animations are garbage. Lamont Davis said facts. Random's thought said it is a huge difference because your first statement wasn't true. I'm precisely said Ash really said he wanted the game to have 5-year lifespan. Laugh him out. Yeah. He really wanted it to go further than that. He was saying that he wanted the game to be a live service game so he could keep making updates and the game just it was never going to be sequels to the game. It was going to be just live updates. They just keep updating the game. And I'm not just
maybe once they do go to Unreal, then he could really live that vision he wants. But if they don't want to invest no more time into the Unity version of the game, it's done.
Yeah.
But what gets me is that the money that they should have never charged the community that price, knowing that they were gonna. It's like so premeditated what they were doing.
How y'all get into an argument?
Yo, words, random thoughts. Words matter, man. Call the number. Call the number or post the link in the YouTube. Let this guy come on. Words matter.
Let me see.
You're being misquoted because that's the problem. If you get too talky on the YouTube chat, you won't be able to express yourself properly. Things will get lost in translation. That's how it goes.
Let me see. It's not an argument. All right. We're going to reframe. Words lost in translation. It's a debate. Y'all debating. Y'all debating
talking about
words.
No, I'm just talking about lost in translation. Go look up. There's a movie, I think from the early 2000s with Bill Murray and the girl from the Marvels. What's her name? She's a white girl with kind of auburn red hair. She's like the witch in Marvel. What's her name? Popular. She's popular.
He said it's not an argument, it's discussion. All right. Yeah, that's what this for. We're for healthy discussion here. And if any of y'all want to come on the show, just pop in. We got the door open for y'all. Any of y'all. Hold up. Good idea. Card boxing. Why don't you come on the show? You can even advertise your game and talk about it on the show. You know, once you come on the show, it's not what.
Wait, is card boxing the guy who's doing the bruiser boxing?
No, total. He got his total
Oh.
different project. See, that shows that boxing is popping because there's so many indie companies making games. I mean, that's people that's trying to make a boxing game. So that shows you there's a want for it.
Hey,
No.
talking about hybrid and arcade. So one of the things I was thinking about the other day, I was saying one of the reasons why boxing games always end up being this hybrid arcade is due to the a combination of the community expectations, right? They're always and which is based on fighting games. And then if we look at that, then it's the concept of balancing after.
Yeah.
So
Yup.
if we start looking at fighting games like such as like Street Fighter has various different characters. But usually what Street Fighter game will give you about 16, I don't know how much they're now they have 32. But here's the thing. Each of those characters have strengths and weaknesses.
Exactly.
So the end result is that fighting game characters are crafted to be balanced so they'll achieve a yin-yang effect. I don't know if anyone knows what a yin yang is, kind of thing, right? But the whole thing, that's the whole idea of things
Balance.
being in balance.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of the community we see in like for Undisputed, they're coming from playing those fighting games and seeing that, okay, well, if I use Ryu, there's always gonna be somebody else on the roster that'll be the opposite of Ryu, therefore I could beat Ryu, kind of thing, right? That whole yin yang kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
But here's the thing now with sports simulation like such as basketball, football, baseball, whatever kind of thing, right? The idea of yin yang when you apply it to real world reality will take on the form of building a team with the pieces that complement each other to create synergy.
Yeah.
You know, like, and you have to respect and work with each person's individual abilities. But the thing is, when you have like a boxing game, essentially you cannot build a boxing game roster on a yin yang effect. If you can build a boxing game roster on yin yang effect, all the boxers have to be fictional characters. Then you can't have real boxers.
Yeah.
Like you can't like Roy Jones in his prime. A lot of guys are not going to be able to beat Roy Jones in his prime. You can't just take a guy who would have been somebody who would have been rated like 80. It's going to be very difficult. It comes on the skill set now, right? Or how skillful you at the video game to beat him. But I'm not sure why I'm bringing this up. I just kind of think this is one of the issues too with this with boxing games and having real life personas, man, and then it gets ruined after because they have to create this yin yang effect in the game to make everyone happy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I be saying when I hear Ash keep saying balance, 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 I already know what he's talking about. He's talking about arcade because even though you're trying to balance it, like Brizzle used to tell me all the time, it's hard to balance a game. It's hard. I mean, he said it was hard to balance Fight Night Champion because they wanted it to lean over into the arcade, but they didn't want it to be too much. But they always gonna lean too far in the arcade. That's why the punches is over the top, you know, to add that more pop to it. That's what people looking for, that more pop in the punches, like even if it's exaggerated. You guys think EA will make a Zephyr boxing game? I hope so, but I don't know. I really don't know. It to me, business-wise, it will make a lot of sense. Random Thought said, I like to see 2K try. Me too, 100%. 2K offers more in a boxing game than EA would. Because 2K, their setup, it will fit a boxing game better. You know, we'll get more depth than we would with EA, especially with the career mode. Even though we got a better career mode in Fight Night Champion than we got in Undisputed. It's just that Undisputed had a great idea, but it ended up being a tech sim basically.
What
Let
is
me see.
Hey, what's up, Shaolin? What is a FG fighting game community? Okay, I got it.
What's up, Shaolin Phrase 187? Yes, Pax, that is the mentality of those who switch from
Fighting game community fighting
games
to I think that's what we know.
Yeah, fighting games to some boxing. Yeah. Yeah.
But yo, talking about this whole yin yang effect and stuff and this hybrid stuff. What do you make of I think this has always been a problem in general. It could have been from champions, and you see it also in Undisputed, but you always have a boxer who's really tall. So right now the issue in the welterweight division, we have Fundora and Undisputed.
Yeah.
And he's tall and he has a super long reach. So if you can imagine all the fighters in welterweight, they're usually around 5'8", 5'9".
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're not built like they're not built like a heavyweight. When I say heavyweight, not size, not weight wise, but height and reach.
Yeah.
So you have this guy, and I think the issue is that you can't hit him. It's almost like the game is not mapped properly, that when you have a guy so tall and a guy so short, the punches don't connect. So, but here's the thing now, would that also apply to if you had that scenario in a real boxing fight?
No,
you have basically a giant versus the mouse then.
No, because there's weight. Because like I said, I was a short heavyweight, and I was fighting people 6'6", 6'5", 6'4". Some of the people were taller than me, so that don't. I looked like a midget to them. So the thing is, it's still everything is a skill level. Because even if you put me in there with Shaquille O'Neal, I'm gonna drop him with a body shot. But you look at Shaquille O'Neal and be like, nah, man, you would never be Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal never boxed. So I will hit that joker with a body shot or something like. I will get past tomorrow. Once you get past the arm,
but you're touching him.
This is arm, and this is my head. Like I shoot past that arm, he got to pull the arm back or try to grab me. Long as I'm staying close to him, it takes away his momentum. All he could do is grab me.
So in that case, then going back to what I forgot, I don't know if it was random or somebody was earlier in the chat there. We're talking about broken mechanics. I think that's an aspect of Undisputed when you have a guy that tall in the division and you can't really it's like how you describe how you're able to attack a bigger guy than you.
Yeah.
Why are we having that problem in Undisputed? Is it because of the animation?
It's the animations, and they're not really doing their research. That's why we're saying we as a community should be speaking more to these developers instead of just complaining the game is trash, the game is this, the game is that. No, let's tell them what's wrong. Hey, I can't.
Well, it ruined the welterweight division in the game right now.
Yeah. Tevin said to you, he said at Apex, that is a good point, but if SCI focus on realistic boxing mechanics, they can naturally
But here's the thing. CSI's tech, if we go back to that whole thing about yin yang, they're failing right now because how are you going to yin yang Fundora? The only way you could yin yang is you have to fight tall. You have to get a taller fighter. But this is the thing. But the thing is, in real boxing, you do have an advantage if you're taller than another guy. And you do have an advantage if you have a longer reach. So that's what I'm saying. Is it a motion that's making, like how I'm saying Fundora? You can't. It's hard to fight Fundora. Is it that me being emotional, or is it actually or am I being objective? You know.
I think it's a mind game for some people. Seeing a tall guy, you automatically think he's going to beat you, and the mechanics are missing for you to really be effective against a tall guy. Because a tall guy, you shouldn't. If you know how to fight a tall guy, there shouldn't be a problem with fighting a tall guy, no matter how tall he is. AJ, it takes a lot of training and conditioning for a big guy to successfully keep you at the end of the jab if you want to get inside. Yeah, good example. Here go a good example. When Manute Bol, he had an exhibition with the refrigerator Perry. They had an exhibition. Manute Bol way over refrigerator Perry, but the distance coverage. Let me see. Older games let us use strategy to get inside a taller boxes. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Because I know it was older games that I played when you were shorter. It was like easy for you because once you got past that jab, the person had to make some type of distance so he could be effective. That's what they always say, the uppercut. Because once a person get too close in on you, you're not effective because you're tall. Let me see. That's why
I want to see bloody knuckle boxing get a new engine, man. Fuck.
Yeah, but he gotta get some help. He gotta find a person to invest in him. Because all these guys that's like making a game on their own, it's gonna be hard for them to like really make a game that a lot of people want because they don't have a good engine or they don't have nobody backing them. That's why I be saying they all should just get together, put their pride to the side, and just join forces like Voltron. Look at Jack Dempsey. I was going to say that. I'm glad you brought that up. Jack Dempsey versus Jess Willard. Jess Willard, I think he was like 6'5", and Jack Dempsey is what 5'11", 5'10", something like that. So he was towering over him, and he beat the brakes off of Jess Willard. Jack looked like a child next to Willard, but he got inside and put belt on him. Yup. There's a couple. Even Marciano fought a big guy. I forget his name. It was Tank. What's his name? Two-Ton Tony or something like that. He was a big guy. But it's about a strategy. That's why we don't really have a strategy thing in this game. We don't have mechanics to use strategy. Let me see. Charlotte Frey said, it's just an animation issue and mechanics issue. Look at what Pac-Man did to Margarito. Oh, yeah. Pacquiao is smaller than Margarito. Margarito about 2 feet taller than Pacquiao. He was tall.
Here's my question now. So definitely then it looks like it's an animation issue. How the hell does I get through quality control at CSI, man? What the fuck's wrong with you? Like, how do you make us pay money and you can't just do your damn job? Like,
nobody's holding them accountable. And guys like us, they get mad at us for saying something.
But who are some of the heaviest voices right now to hold them accountable if no one's listening then?
My thing, like I always be saying, and I know a lot of them gonna get mad at me, but the content creators, they're at fault because they're our voice. Technically, even though some of them I don't want to be our voices, they don't know how much power they hold. These content creators, Prioxis, let me see, Prioxis, JMMA, Dark Side. I haven't seen Dark Side in a while. Who else out there? Crooks. See, Crooks, he don't care. He really doesn't care. That's why it's a lot of times I stopped talking. I don't really.
The last couple of times, the clickbait this guy's dropping this from the title. I know not to click on it anymore. That guy has no shit. Like the clickbait, man. It's just ridiculous, man.
Yeah, he got that. He got that on lock. The clickbait. Yeah. I'll be like, let me see what he's saying. I said, even though I hate watching his videos because he be like glazing and junk to me, I say, yo, man, made us click this for nothing. Let me see. Undisputed doesn't give you the ability to punch with your head off the line. Without that, it might as well be a 2D boxing game. 100%. There's no line. There's no line for it. Somebody was showing a video showing the Undisputed doesn't punch. You don't.
You could move your head off the line, but once you trigger the punch, it resets you back. It recenters your head after. That's the thing that right now Fight Night Champion Series has, where they trumped it that you could you could punch off the line.
Yeah. Random Thoughts said career modes need to run like the old Tinkum Bowl games, where you would work your way up through real cards and pay per views, with the CPU having real fights around yours that you could watch if you chose. See,
I like that.
that
I like
shows
that.
yeah, that shows the era I came from. If you go and read my wish list, my blueprint site, I got like over 1,400 ideas and suggestions and wish lists and blueprints on there. I literally said that. I literally said that in my thing. I got ideas like that. Random Thoughts said, boxing champions acting real emotional right now. Man, how y'all keep going to this? What are y'all doing? Honestly, let me see what boxing said. Honestly, it takes like random. If you want that much realism, they make that excuse when they don't understand something about and still feel they need to answer. Y'all need to come on the show. Come on the show. Let me so y'all can hash it out. Randall, don't get upset because don't know such loss. Okay. Yo, y'all wilding out. Yeah, so yeah, we gotta stay even in here. Like I said, when y'all come on here, developers be listening, industry veterans be listening, people from the industry listen to my podcast, our podcast. And even I was like one of the guys from EA, he's new there, and he didn't know too much about me, and he was trying to come on here, but EA wouldn't let him come on the show. It's no lie. I'm not just saying this. 100%, I can show you the emails and everything. He wanted to come on the show, but they told him he can't come on the show. That's what I'm guessing because he haven't contacted me again because I said, yo, man, I thought you was coming on the show. He said, Paul, I want to come on the show. He said, I really do. But they said they have to monitor your podcast and see what you're talking about. And I guess once they saw who it was, they said, nah, you can't go on there.
Yo, Random Thought, are you training right now in a gym?
Let me see. Know a lot about boxing, probably more than you. Just a gamer. You just a gamer. Let me see. E-Boxer say, Random Thought, you clearly don't, little bro. That's why you can't conceptualize realism translated to a game and keep telling people to put on headgear. Yeah,
Random thoughts. No, I used to. How many years did you box?
Sean Free said, took a fight night. I look at Fight Night Champion like a cartoon now. I like how Undisputed looks, and if the game has smooth mechanics, we would be talking about Fight Night. I mean, we wouldn't be talking about Fight Night. Yeah, it's a lot that need to be done with Undisputed.
Random thoughts. What do you think is missing? What is missing from Undisputed right now that you would like them to add in order to increase the realism for boxing?
This should be interesting.
Shama, my biggest thing with Fight Night Champion and why I couldn't even bother to install that revival mod is this. I just don't like the combination punching, and I don't. It just feels like it's stop and go, stop and go.
Let me see something. When you get a chance, check this out. Check out my boxing blog. I mean, it's a wish list blog. Let me see if doesn't exist though. What you mean, Ghostface Gorilla? Salute for popping in. Appreciate you coming through. About 4 years. 4 years. But I wasn't dedicated like I should have been. Oh, okay. But I would think that being like, even though you got 4 years of boxing in you, like you said, I would think that you would be more on like basically speaking like I'm speaking. Basically, you want to see the same things. And people keep letting the developers saying, hey, it's a video game. We can't add this or put this. That's the biggest lie in the world. That's why I say, look at my blog and it'll prove everything that I'm saying is possible. Everything that people want in real life can be put in a boxing video game. And you know what's the next thing people going to say? It's going to take too long. Hold up. You just said that it can't be put in a video game. Next, you're going to say it's going to take too long. Then when they say, hey, it's not going to take that long, then you're going to say something. No. Just say you don't want the realism in the game. It's not fun to you.
Hey, you know, it's a way Steel City Interactive can, I guess, change the perception of the community to make it feel, okay, it's not about the money, but we care about, well, we like box and care about box and so on. You know, it's one way they could do that. So in Undisputed, you know how there's I don't know, I know you haven't played in a long time, but there's a when you turn on the game, there's a little window to the right and it says news, if you can imagine. And if you click on it, they'll have the news up, they'll have whatever news update, and they don't even update it too, man. It's there and they don't even use it. But I just thought to myself, they could a smart idea to make them look like they really are for boxing would be to have a window showing all the different local gyms.
Yeah.
Based on wherever you live, it's almost like they have a directory trying to promote the sport that way as well. That now that you play, okay, here, go find a local gym in your area. Little things like that.
Let me see. Ghostface Gorilla said, he said if the game has smoother mechanics, we wouldn't be talking about champion. But the thing is, it don't exist. Then E-Boxing Champion said, don't indulge this little boy. He just bumped his gums trying to make himself credible. No, I feel you on adding some realism. I never said some realism. Never said some. I always say realism. There should be a mode. You go into the mindset that they want.
There's card boxing.
Oh, that's
yo, but random thoughts. Is there, okay, let me ask you this question. If we're talking about realism, is there something that cannot be added that, in your opinion, like what aspect of realism cannot be added to Undisputed? It can't work. It won't be able to translate into a video game.
Card box, you might have to go back out and come back in because they won't let me unmute you. Sometimes it does that. Okay.
But yeah, random thought. What do you think in terms of realism? What cannot be added to a boxing game? Be it Undisputed, Champion, or in general, just video games. What cannot be added? It cannot translate into a video game.
Yeah, because a lot of people.
Because I don't know.
A lot of people.
Because I don't know if a random thought, if you're here a couple last few weeks, but we had some good conversations. We were talking about bringing in. We're talking about a design of a breathing meter, like to see the person breathing. We talked about the what do you call it, the pounds per square inch impact on the chin meter, or the whole idea, the science behind all the little things that could be added to the game, and it's doable. It'll give you that immersion. The more the merrier. Anything
but
can be
that's
added.
options thing. It's the options thing. My thing is nobody should be forced to play a certain way. It should be options. You want to play a hybrid game, you should be able to play. If you want to play a realistic game, you should be able to play it. You want to play arcade or casual, you should be able to play it. But to me, the default should be realism. That would sort the game faster to me. You know, because he said, "Nah, I feel you want adding some realism, but me personally, I don't mind a realistic boxing game with arcade elements. That's me personally. That would trigger the mess out of me." By the way, what's up? What's up, Ghostface Gorilla? All right, we got a guest here. Let me see what we got here. Card boxing. All right.
Hey, what's going on, brothers?
How's it going?
Hey, what's going on, man? I want to touch on one thing that you guys were talking about. Because you keep talking about realism. Don't you feel that some of the blame has to go on the fighters that are in the game? Because I wouldn't want to be a fighter in a game that doesn't represent my sport well.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
See, you thinking like me? I said the same.
Well, I said we're the same age, brother. I'll be 56 in March, so
okay.
I know. I mean, I'd be on boxing shows, and you'd be surprised how a lot of them don't even know a lot of those fighters. Somebody brought up, as it was a young guy, and I was impressed with the young brother. He said, "Do you know? Have you ever heard of Jeff Chandler?" They were like, "No, we never heard of it." And these were actually former world champions.
Yeah.
I found that a lot of boxers from this era really don't have a knowledge of the sport. See, I go way back. Like when I say Jeff Chandler, so you know what I'm talking about. That's what I'm a 70s kid. So I grew up back then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I kind of have respect. I don't like getting into who's the best of all time and all that, because then people go, well, don't you feel this person because he made more money or he, you know what I'm saying, he won undefeated. That doesn't necessarily mean you're the greatest. Because I'm not going to penalize people who didn't come along in the pay-per-view era. You know, if you said Tom Brady was going to fight Michael Jordan, you know how much money they're going to make? You see what I'm saying? So we can't go by money. We can't go by money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But anyway, like I said, man, I have a game that's being developed. Is, you know, a lot of these people are trying to compete with each other by the development of what they're doing, like Fight Night and EA. Mine's different. Yes, it's a card game, but you'll have characters, and there's going to be different. So if you can think about a combination of spades and poker, but having some realism with the boxing action, with different venues and event. I mean, we could talk off of here. I'll be glad to talk to you both and kind of let you in on the inside. But yeah, I'm trying to do something different. I'm not even trying to be like that. I'm doing something different. I want to appeal to people in our age group, let's say the young people to our age group. That's what I'm trying to connect with, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, having a bit of realism in there, you know, so when you hear about all the things that I'm adding into it, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's exciting. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited about it. And so I think you guys will like it. I've been kind of off and on touching bases or reaching out to you here and there. If you check your LinkedIn, I think we had a conversation.
We talked a while ago too.
Yeah, I just sent you something today in LinkedIn, so you'll see my name and you'll see. But what had happened, man, unfortunately I had some tragedies in my family when I lost my mother and my youngest daughter. And I kind of just gave up. I went through a dark cloud, gave up on a lot of this stuff. And then just October of 2024, I was in my friend of mine's barbershop, and his son that's a barber too. He was like, man, what's going on with that game? And one thing, you know how brothers, everybody in the barbershop, they go, man, what are y'all talking about? So one thing led to another, and they said, man, I like to try a deck out. Let me see. So I went to the car, because I always drive around with a deck in, came in, and like my friend, he has a card table in his barbershop. So while you're waiting to get your hair cut, you can play dominoes, spades, or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you right now, they play that game just as much, and they get to arguing, betting $5 and $10 or who gonna knock each other out and stuff like that. So I tell you, when I came up with the concept in Job Corps fights almost broke out. That's how competitive it is. So when people play, so yeah, I mean, so it's along the line. But I had to go ahead.
Would you say it's like a card game RPG kind of thing? Like a Dungeon and Dragon kind of thing?
Hell no. We're gonna have boxing characters in there. You're gonna be and it's gonna have a lot of depth. When I talk to you guys offline, you gotta, hopefully you be open to signing NDAs. And the reason I have to do that because of it is so different, right? And I'm having it developed overseas, of course, because I wanted to get back past the middleman. A lot of these people will say, "Oh, $100,000, $200,000." I wanted to go behind the people that actually develop it because $1 is like $20 in their country, right? So I went that route too, right? So what I'm saying is that I got away from this and I got inspiration from friends and family just a little over a year ago to get back into it. So, and I got a newspaper article I can share with you guys. They did a big article on me, and I got a lot of rights to it. That's one thing the law firm that took me on said, "Man, when we took your case on, you have a lot of filings and protections." Yeah, so I went thousands of dollars almost in debt just to get the concept protected. Now it's time to take the game and actually make it into a video game / mobile app game. So there's a lot to come with it. But yeah, we could talk more off here. But I just wanted to put that.
Didn't we used to talk on Facebook too?
Yeah, but I had I disappeared because you said that in LinkedIn. You said, "Man, I haven't seen you in a while. I haven't heard anything from you." And so when I lost my mother in 2012, my daughter in 2020, my youngest daughter at 19, I was like, "Whoa, they're not here. I don't want it." So I didn't want it. So what happened was a little over a year ago, it started my friend's son, who's a barber in his barbershop, and he's like, "Man, what's going on with this game?" And this brother's like 28, 29. And for him to bring it up, every now and then I would get people to ask me about it, but God's timing is not our timing. So when he said it, and the other people in the barbershop said, "What are y'all talking about?" And then it was like, okay, it started from there. So then I started trying to figure out, okay, how am I gonna get the money? Because this is a video game era. Well, because of my credit history and stuff, I found funding. Then on top of that, I figured out how to find developers. So I probably interviewed with a lot, like 40 something different developers and stuff like that. But yeah, I took a liking to you, Poe, when I started seeing your posts. Oh, what is it, 5-6 years ago or something like that? It was years ago.
Longer than that.
Yeah, it was. So I started taking, but then when I hit that dark, man, you know how it is. We all grieve differently, man. I was a mama's boy. I love my mom. She's my best friend no matter where I lived. I always talked to her, and then losing my youngest, I was like, man, they not here. I don't need it. But then, people, man, you can't think like that. Honor your mother. Keep going. You know what I'm saying? She would want you to. And because it is a big project, even like the game that's going to be developed, it's going to take, I probably won't see it done till around September of this year. So, that tells you how much money is going to be put in, how much depth. But, I would love to talk to you brothers off of here. And
are you nervous about it or what?
No, I'm real particular, and I'm glad I got a strict law firm because even like you heard me say, I went to damn near 40 companies. Man, they were trying everything. Well, the reason it's going to cost because we don't want to affect the quality. I'm not trying to hear that shit. You're not. You're not even developing it. It's somebody else that's developing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then you got to be careful. There's, it's a lot of red tape. It's a dirty business, but it's a lot of red tape. But as far as nervousness, no, I believe it's different enough because, like I said, I'm from the old school, kind of like you are. So I I'm real particular. I'm not looking for no Mickey Mouse thing. I mean, I understand when you said Undisputed and all that because I do have those games because I have to keep up with what's out there, like Undisputed Fight Night. Yeah. Some people love Undisputed, some people love Fight Night, but
are you doing a digital game or a physical?
It's a mobile. It's gonna be a mobile game first, right? Okay. A mobile game first. We're gonna move the console and VR and all that other stuff, but one step at a time. You know what I'm saying? I mean, putting quite a bit of money in this and get it out there because everybody walks around with their mobile devices. Everybody ain't sitting with a console necessarily. So you want to do that, but if you like I said,
Now helps
If
you
you
get
like,
the money for development through the
well,
mobile.
yeah, oh, well, I have that. That's the blessing of it. That when I got my funding, so it's just a
Okay.
matter of a company doing the right. Like I said, no, man, it's been so much, and it's a lot of work. You say nervous? Yeah, I'm nervous. I won't say nervous. No, I'm not nervous. I'm kind of.
Anticipate you anxious.
I'm almost. You know what? With these developers, I don't know if we get strikes on this because man, I'm like I ain't bullshit. You ain't because see my lawyer, the way we structuring the contract when we see their contract, I put protections for my investment, right? Because if you mess up anywhere along the line, we're gonna cut this deal off. You see what I'm saying? Just as simple as that. See, and my thing of just like talking to you guys. A lot of times when these guys develop games, they really like. I don't want my characters and the apparel doesn't look right on the character.
Yeah.
I'm not looking. Well, I'm gonna have male and female characters, but you guys said something that I've already told them. I don't want the female characters being trumped by the male characters where you look like Shaquille O'Neal's fighting Taylor Swift. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, they got to kind of be about the same size somewhat. I understand the woman's body is not, men can be bigger, but you still have to have it make sense.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, there's a lot of depth and just with the concept I'm talking about, I think, you'll say, yeah, that's different. That's different.
But is it different from like a what do you call them? WWE? They have these kind of card fighting games, the digital ones. Is it different from that?
It's close, but the way the action is going to take place. But I know what you're talking about. They had WWE, and when you line up the blocks, it's not. No, you have to kind of think about spades, but then how the action is going to take place with the characters and stuff like that. That's undone. That's never been done. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really focused on that. But I want the appearance of it to look good and go, oh, this looks nice.
Yeah.
See, because I tell them when you're coming up with a game, the first thing is how it looks. It's just like when you're shopping, right? How it looks first. Yeah. Then I said it has to be user friendly. So can they catch on fast enough to understand how to play this thing, right? Mm-hmm. Then it has to be entertaining. So what is the action? How realistic or whatever? How is that going to be? Yeah. Then it has to. I said it has to be competitive, right? Can't just be dominating, right?
Yeah.
And then the other thing, it has to have enough depth. So I don't want a game that for 2 or 3 years is hot and then it fizzles out because I have enough depth in this. Trust me. Okay. I want this to be years to come, right? The years to come. So it's a lot to it. So, I'm an old head, just like you, Poe. I don't know how the brother is right there, AAJ. I don't know how he is, but we're in our mid-50s. I tell people, damn, man, you know what? In almost 4 more years, I'll be 60? This is crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's like, your body feels different, but, it is what it is, man. It's part of life. But, no, I want to show my face and let you see I'm legit. And, you got a man. You got a man with wisdom.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, man. I was just saying before, I really appreciate that because, to me, I was saying, I went and I bought coffee for what's his name, Claimer Uncut on his his indie page, and I feel like I haven't even seen what this guy looks like. There's nothing to know who this guy is.
Yeah, I don't have much on my YouTube page either, because right now I'm in development, but I do have TikTok. Facebook is probably my car boxing is probably my biggest page, but there's more to come. All I did is announce that we're gonna stay tuned for the mobile app. But I've been out there, like Paul said, I've been out there for a while, but things happen. But timing's everything, man. I think I'm looking at we talking about Undisputed and they trying to revamp this or whatever they want to call this fight night. And then they got 3 or 4 other people trying to make the same game. Okay, they're the same. The only difference is they're push button and you got people complaining about people spamming. And my game is nothing like that. Nothing like that. Because card games, it's the luck of the draw, but it's how you play your hand. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, I can in a nutshell just tell you how the game plays. Basically, if you understand spades is a book system, right? Yeah. 2 cards make a book. So with my game, each hand you and your opponent would get 12 cards, right? On my cards, there's numbers and punch words. Like all the jab cards have the number 1 on it. The body punch cards has the number 2 on it. So let's say you get your 12. So you get your 12 cards. I get my 12 cards. The object is to wind up with more of the 12 books than your opponent. So let's say you play your 12 cards. I play my 12 cards. You have 6 books. I have 6 books. Well, that's an even round. Okay. Mm-hmm. If I have 7 books, you have 5 books after playing a hand, then you outboxed me. I mean, I outboxed you. If you have 8 books and I only have 4 books, then you have me hurt. Now, the cool thing about that, when people play my game, whatever cards you threw to hurt that person to get the 8th book, they go, yeah, hurt him with a body shot or hit him with an uppercut. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you have 9 books and I have 3 books, that's counted as a knockdown. Okay. Yeah. Or if you have in a round, you have 10 to 12 books and I have no books or 2 books, that's counted as a knockout. Or there's another way to get a knockout. Let's say round 1, you score 93 on me. You do it again in round 4. You do it again in round 8. That's the knockout as well. So another thing when I say the poker is like, poker has bluffing. Well, in my game, we call it toe-to-toe. What does that mean? Let's say you feel you have a strong hand, so you want to start going blow for blow. So I throw a jab, you throw a jab. I throw a hook, you throw a hook. I throw an uppercut, you throw an uppercut. Well, like in an actual boxing match, you keep standing toe-to-toe, somebody's going to get clipped. So somebody's going to play a card that you can't beat. So now they pick up them 3 or 4 books down, and now you got to play catch up. And I like when people are playing my game, they go, if you don't have the rest of your cards are weak, they go, oh, you're running out of steam, huh? Yeah, you're fatigued, right? Because you can't, now you got to try to fight out of this, right? Yeah. So it is the luck of the draw, but it's how you play your hand. So imagine that with animation, characters, and graphics, and all this other stuff, cinematic stuff going on. Now you kind of get where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I like it.
Yeah,
I'm getting like the way after now you describe, I'm getting excited to play it kind of thing. You know what I mean? Because some little strategy.
You're gonna be at Comic-Con. You got to go to events.
Oh yeah, no, I've been. What you mean to promote it?
Yeah.
Oh, I did. I mean, my one of my dear friends that passed away, Antoine Echols. When he was fighting Charles Brewer back in Connecticut, he flew me out there, and that's when I met a lot of people, and that's when it snowballed. Then I started dating women that lived in Vegas, so I lived out in Vegas for a number of years and stuff. So I used to hang around Richard Steele's Nevada Partners boxing gym and Johnny Taco's place, a lot of the boxing gym in Vegas, and I made a lot of connections. I made a lot of connections. But one thing I would tell you, a lot of boxers are not really business people, because even when I was talking to them, and I was like, man, I was like I knew the marketing person that worked at the MGM Grand, and I was telling her I was like, you could take my deck, take that poster that you're putting on the bulletin board and T-shirts and caps, put it on the back of the cards, and you can sell people a card game and a souvenir at the same time. Okay, they was talking licensing fees. They were talking licensing fees and all, and I get that.
But like I'll be thinking, that's exactly what I'll be saying. Because Steel City, their marketing is garbage.
So, but that's what I said. Mine has so much depth, and when you find out all the stuff, you go, "Oh yeah, he's on to something." Yeah, it's been a long time coming, but sometimes we can have success too early too. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Because I think about, I'm older now. I don't give a damn about impressing no damn body. Yeah. I'm older, and when you get our age, man, it's just about living life. Yeah. I'm not out here trying to, I hate to say, trick off these women and make it rain and clutch. I don't get impressed by that stuff no more, man. You know what I'm saying? At our point, I'm more about just living a life and being an example to my daughter, my oldest daughter, who's 36, and my granddaughter and some of my nephews and stuff. I mean, that's me, man. I'm not all this getting big headed and think you better than anybody. That's not even me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm more humble and laid back now. I'm just trying to do something that I've been trying to do for years. I finally got the money. I finally, got inspired by people telling me, man, you can't do that, man. That's too good. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's been, so as you know, I've been at this, but timing's everything. And I just thank God, and I'm ready to do this in honor of my mother because she believed in it. You know what I'm saying? But as far as boxing events, man, I've done all that. I don't really I will talk after this. I'll tell you somebody that really pissed me off. His father was his trainer, real popular boxer. No, it's not Floyd, it's somebody else. But I thought he was going to jump on board. But I don't. My mother raised me. My mother raised me. You know what? My mother raised me to say when the Lord blesses, there's no sorrow. It's not going to be all this red tape and all this other stuff. So I have to also look at it like they weren't the ones. You see what I'm saying? To get mad at, no, look at he get mad at MF. He didn't help me, and he didn't. Why make somebody important that they ain't thinking about you? You see what I'm saying? Focus on the people that do. That's why I don't understand a lot of these fans want to always keep up with somebody that you say you don't like. LeBron James ain't this. He ain't Michael Jordan. All you doing is keeping them relevant. Yep. I used to like how Floyd say, "I don't care what you say about me, just keep talking about me, keep paying attention to me." Yeah. And not. I mean, I'm a fan of his as a boxer. I'm not saying he's the greatest of all time, but yeah, I respect his craft. You know what I'm saying? But I don't focus on things and people that really, I mean, that I say I don't like. If I'm not a fan of yours, I'm not even going to keep up with you. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? I mean, now if you're a fighter and you have a fight coming up, yeah, I may look at the feed or the commercial or something and say, oh, okay, that's coming. So, because I need to stand with what's going on in boxing, but hell no, I'm not going to do that. But I wanted to come on and, talk to you guys, say this. But yeah, check your DM, Poe, and then hey, Jay, if you want to get in on the conversation, he'll pass the information on to you. But yeah, I look forward to this communicating, brother.
I appreciate you, man. I really do.
All right.
And then you got a lot of developers that watch this show, so that's great too. So you could put them on edge.
Yeah, I should, and that's what we're doing right now. I have a few companies in mind because it's real strict to even talk to me, to even have me. I'm not trying to hear you have the best developers. You've been doing it for this long. Yeah. How many games do you have out there? Yeah. I'm not trying to keep hearing this stuff that we kind of work behind the scenes, so we can't, share with you who our former clients. Then we don't need to talk then.
Yeah, exactly.
Or we don't have to sign up. Well, I'm not paying an onboarding fee where I have to pay you X amount of dollars to start to work. I pay you as you go.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So. Yeah,
see, I know what you're talking about because I went through all that. So you know what you're talking about. Didn't I send you a company? I think back in the day, I sent you a company that you could work with. Because I think you're trying. How about Round for Round? You're trying to be a part of that project?
No, never. You'd be surprised all the people I've talked to, and it's okay. Even when I sent you the DM, and I was commenting in the comment. I said, well, if he don't say nothing, I mean, it's not. Maybe it doesn't. But wait a minute. But then when you put the link in there, I kept trying to get in. I said, okay, you know what? I'm not going to, because maybe I just seem like a random person. Let me try to get up here and show my face. When I said we were about the same age, I said, yeah, let me prove to him we're the same damn the same age. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're talking to an old head here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I go way back. You know what I'm saying? I love the old fights. I'm glad they got YouTube now because VHS, you can't get a VHS to play two more now. I got all these fight tapes and stuff, but now you go to YouTube and say, oh, okay, I can watch it there. You know what I'm saying? So people don't want
the quality's better now too.
Yeah. Right.
And stuff like all the stuff I was collecting from before, like at that time, like the compression was weaker then, you know what I mean? And everything was now everything's like 3 gig files for or the YouTube stuff's all HQ quality or HD quality now. Everything replaces it now.
Yeah, it is. Technology it's good. My godfather says it's good until it goes bad, but it is what it is, man. But I'm not gonna keep you brothers, but man, let's check that DM. I hope that was your DM. I think that was your DM. I hope it was. But and on LinkedIn, I hope that was you. So, and you'll see the picture match up. I'm there because I got the little check mark on LinkedIn. They made me do my ID and all that other stuff. So you put a face with a name. So when I reach out, okay, he's legit. That brother's legit. Yep. All right, you guys have a good one, brother. And I look forward to talking to you, man.
Appreciate you. Salute.
Okay, take care.
Yeah, man. That's legit. You know what I mean?
That's what we need, man. We need people to pop in and express themselves.
Yeah, but I got once he started describing the game, I started it's sounding good.
He left out. Hey, Card Boxer, you left out, but you ain't leave all the way out. I don't want to press remove. Yeah, push remove. Oh, all right. Yeah. All right. Yeah, he left. Let me see what they're saying in the chat. Yeah, I gotta check my LinkedIn when I get a chance. I mean, that's why I'm waiting. Let me see. That's why I'm glad we got indie developers to combat that somewhat, Shaolin. When we support the AAA developers, should take notice. Yeah, that's a good way of thinking about it. Random thought. Yeah, because they see us, buying certain things. They're gonna make better games. Company make better games when they got competition, no matter how big or small. That's why I'm waiting for Tell of the Tape or Truth Bound or any other boxing game to see what their developers bring to the table at random. That's what Shaolin Faye said. No boxing game to date has been perfect, but it'd be fire to take all the dope qualities out of each boxing game and put them into one. Yeah, I agree with that. Card boxing, go ahead, remove me. Okay, I did. Appreciate you, man, for showing up, man. Salute. Me too, Shaolin. Wise man for real. Lamont Davis said, wise man for real. All right, I disconnected you, Card Box. Appreciate you, man. Whoever's here, because let me see how many people I got here or just came through. We got 72 people that came through or they still here. Please hit that like button. Like and share. Let me see. Let me see. I was trying to read some earlier. I think I'm about to I'll say what I was gonna read today for tomorrow. I think I'm about to end the show. That was a good way to end the
All
show.
right. Yeah.
Appreciate you,
All
man.
right, man.
To the next
All right,
show.
man.
All right, to the next
I'll catch
show.
you later.